Stephen Miller is President Trump's top speechwriter and policy advisor and accompanies the president on the majority of his campaign and fundraising trips. While the president took off his mask when he returned to the White House from 3 days in hospital, there have been an increasing number of infections in the building in recent days. Another close advisor to the president, Hope Hicks, tested positive last week. She'd been in close contact with most in the president's inner circle, but all flouted CDC guidelines by not going into self-quarantine until testing negative. The press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, briefed reporters the day after Hicks tested positive, and this week she announced that she is infected, along with a number of her aides and at least 3 journalists who work at the White House. The list of those in the White House who've been infected include both the director of Oval Office operations and President Trump's campaign manager. The country's top infectious disease expert is no longer in regular contact with the president and has not been consulted at all in recent days.
What went on in the White House, I don't want to, every time I say something that's an issue, I wind up spending a lot of time answering phone calls and emails. I should say it was not done according to what I would have recommended.
A number of non-White House staff tested positive after this gathering in the Rose Garden to announce President Trump's nomination to the vacant bench on the Supreme Court. It flouted D.C. law that forbids any gathering of more than 50 people. The White House is a federal property and outside the district's jurisdiction. The day after the Rose Garden gathering, this man, Coast Guard Admiral Charles Ray, attended a meeting in the Oval Office. He's tested positive for coronavirus. He'd held meetings with Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon in recent days, and now the country's most senior military leaders are in self-quarantine, including the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley. On Monday, 105 new coronavirus cases were reported in the District of Columbia. That is the highest daily total in 4 months. The White House will not release an exact list or number of those who've tested positive, but it's likely to be a significant portion of the daily cases recorded in D.C. as a whole. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Washington.